everybody, this is Zach Does All the Things. Today we're doing a brain-busting puzzle. So we're gonna do skyscrapers, which looks a little something like this. But I'm not gonna just do it on paper like I did before. This time, we're gonna use real skyscrapers. Yeah, today I'm gonna show you how to do a skyscraper puzzle with actual 3D puzzle skyscrapers. I have a 3D puzzle of the Grand Central Station area of NYC here. Built it myself, took about a couple days, and I'm gonna rip it apart so that I can show you how this little puzzle works. Okay? While I'm breaking down all of these towers, I'm also going to explain how this puzzle works. So basically, you get a little bit of information and there's some basic ground rules. The first is, in every row or column, there are 4 towers, or skyscrapers, and they range from 4 different heights. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 being the tallest, it has 4 stories, 1 being the smallest, it has 1. And the object of the game is to put them in such an arrangement that it satisfies these numbers on the side. And these numbers are the amount of skyscrapers you could see if you were looking in this direction from this point. For example, from this perspective, I can see 4 towers in each one of these rows. So the number for this position is 4. So I can see 1, 2, 3, 4 towers. Now, if I move to the other side, I can only see 3 distinct towers, but there is a 4th one hiding behind this first one. So from this position, I can see 1, 2, 3. That means that on the piece of paper, right here would be 3. In this case, if we're looking at a 16 grid, and we're looking down on this as a 16 grid, then right down there, that position was where we were before, right here. And that would mean that this number right here would have been a 3. The object then is to take what information we know about this particular one and try to use these actual towers to recreate the conditions laid out in that piece of paper. Okay, we want to reflect the information on the piece of paper on the white cube. So first step is shall we begin? The first piece of information I know I can use on this piece of paper is that there's a 1 right there. That means that from that position, I can only see 1 tower. All of the other towers are hidden, and if that were the case, I would need the tallest tower, so I would need a 4. This silver tower right here was one of the tallest towers, so I put it right in that 4 spot on our white table, and we'll have to move on to the next thing. The next thing we got going on here is this 3 right up here. How am I going to use it? Well, I know I need to see 3 towers. So that means that I could have a 1 here, a 2 here, and a 4. I can't put 3 there because if I put a 4 here, I would be able to see all 4 towers. And this 4 has already been used in this column. I can put a 4 here, can't put it here. I can't put a 4 here or here because then that would be blocking other towers that we need to add up to 3. So by logic, it looks like a 4 is going right there. And lo and behold, the Empire State Building is taking its place in that position. Better yet, now that we've put this 4 here, we can cross-reference down here. Now we might be tempted to put a 4 right up there, but we can't put it there, and the only other place a 4 would fit, if I had to see 3 towers, would be in that 3rd spot right there. So let's put another tower! Boom, another tall tower, and we're still satisfying the map. Some astute observers may have noticed that since we've already placed 3 4s, we can put a 4 in there in that last spot that doesn't cross into any of the other 4s columns or rows, and I dropped that right in, right there. Woo! Things are gonna happen kind of rapidly now because every time we see a 3, that means that there can't be a 3 right next to it. If we put a 3 here, we would only see 2 towers. If we put a 3 right there, 3 and 4. So it has to be at least 2 or 1. And since we've got 2 3s over here, that means that 3 can't go there and 3 can't go there, leaving our only spot right there. Bada bing, bada boom. See how easy that is? Now here comes the trickier part. We gotta figure out where to put our next 3. We got a lot of information about 3. We know it can't go here, it can't go here, and it can't go here. We have to figure out if it goes there, 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 or there. Well, let's break it down using these guys. We'll use this guy as my 3 here. And the first thing we'll try out is putting a 3 right there. If we put a 3 there, that means that down here, we need either a 1 or a 2. What about down over here? We've used 3, so we've done 4 and 3. So we would need 1 and 2. And since we need to see 3 from this angle right here, that would be 1 and 2. Here's a 1, here's a 2. I can see 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if this line works then. If this is 1 and 2, that we can't put a 3 there, so 3 would go there. Let's place another 3. You gotta put a 1 there. I used a 1 on accident. This is a 1, this is a 2. Sorry. From that angle, 1, 2, 3. It's got a little thing on top. All right, so the position of up there with the 3 is definitely wrong, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4. I can see all 4. And I need it to be 1, 2, 3, 4 so that I can only see 3 from this position. So back to the drawing board on that one. Well, let's try another option. Let's try 3 there instead. Goes right there. If a 3 goes there, we can have a 1 or 2 there to satisfy this number. Don't know which one to choose yet. But we can also have a 1 or a 2 on either side of this. We can't have 2 up there in this corner, because then we would need 2, 3, 4, and we know that the 3 doesn't go there because we just tried that. So this has got to be a 1. 1. If a 1 goes up here, then a 2 goes down here. Ah, this is getting more precise. So if that's a 2 and that's a 3, we need a 1. So we got this figured out. Okay, let's write some of that down. So what we did was figure out this line right here. We've got 2, 3, 1. And we know this is a 1 up here. We know that's not 3. So we can put a 2 there. Call that guy 2. 3 to fill out that rest. We'll call that guy a 3. So that's done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. 1, 3. This is a 1, so we can't have a 1 there. So it's got to be a 2 and a 1. 2, 1. You can see it from this side. 2. 2 up back there. 1 right there. That's a 1 over there. We're getting close. We just got to do the last 3. That leaves us with a 2 here, a 3 here, and a 1. And yeah, I can just fill out the rest in one moment. Looks like that's perfect. So we need to figure out, are these things correct? Can we see 3, 3, 3, and 1 from those positions? From this position, I can only see 1 going that way. From this position, I can only see 1, 2, and then 3. So that's definitely right. From this position, I can see 1, 2, 3. So that's working good. Bada bing, bada boom. It's 1, 2, 3. And looky there. We have completed a skyscraper puzzle using a 3D puzzle to figure out the other puzzle, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah. Thank you for watching. This puzzle, like the other ones that I've showed you, can be found at puzzle.skyscrapers.com, along with tons of other puzzles and different levels of difficulty. I started with the normal 4x4 style, but you can try the easy ones that give you all the numbers on the side, or you can try the really hard ones that give you like 1 number and you have to use weirder logic that I don't understand. Or check out some of the other awesome brain-busting puzzles out there. I really hope you do. This has been Zach Does All the Things. I don't know what's coming next, but until then, see you there. Oh, also, please, go and check out my personal channel. It's got fun music and comedy and serious stuff and acting and whatever. And if you like hanging out with me here, you might enjoy some of the other stuff that I make. So check it out. Thanks.